All right, let's talk aviation now. The demise of Comair left a big hole in flight availability in South Africa. All remaining airlines are trying to increase capacity, especially for the holiday season. So the new airline Lift has announced today that it's opened a route to Durban. And to tell us all about it, I'm joined by Lift CEO and founder Jonathan Ayache. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. So first flights into Durban today. How did it go?
It was actually yesterday. I was there. It was fantastic. It was such a warm welcome from everyone in Durban, and the team on the ground are absolutely thrilled to be flying there.
All right, so nicely in time for this weekend certificate with the Amazulu King. Are you fully booked already for the weekend?
No, we've definitely got seats left on our flights, but we are filling up. So I think if you are if you are going to be flying to Durban, book now.
How many seats does this add to that route now? What is your contribution? Is it 1 or 2 flights a day? How many hundreds can you take down a day?
So we have 3 return flights a day, and we operate about 162 seats per flight. So it's not it's not a low cost carrier that fits in 180, 190 seats. We have a business class we call Lift Premium. That's in the front 3 rows of the cabin, and then we've got normal economy seating, but with a little bit of extra legroom. So that's 162 seats.
And that's 3 times a day down to Durban and back. Talk to me about this big hole that's been left in aviation ahead of the holiday season. We know that local airlines are trying to add more flights, and some of them have done so. Are you feeling that pressure too? Are you also trying to increase capacity on other routes?
We are increasing capacity, so we're increasing our fleet to 6 aircraft by the end of the year. But it's a difficult one. The market is recovering, but still we're only at about 70% of the passenger volumes that we were at pre-COVID. And so I think it's important for all airlines to be responsible as they add capacity, because the last thing you want is to oversupply and then run into the same problems that we've just seen over the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, running an airline is a very tricky game because it runs on extremely tight margins. And I understand that you use your peak times to sometimes pay for your off-peak times because that's running at a loss. We have heard from aviation analysts on the show that at the moment you've really got to plan ahead for your flights if you want a good deal. So just give me an example. If you wanted to take an economy return flight to Durban this weekend and you say there are still seats available at Lift, what would you pay?
I mean, I stand to be corrected, but in the region of 1,000 Rand per flight. But the one thing that differentiates Lift is our complete flexibility, regardless of the type of ticket that you book. And the advantage that passengers or customers have is their ability to then book quite far in advance. And if something changes, they can cancel without incurring any penalties or cancellation fees. And everything goes straight into their Lift wallet, and they can rebook at a later stage.
That's quite handy. That flexibility is so important. Talk to me about your bookings for December, because we've heard that prices are already sky high, and we understand how the process works, that flights do go up around these high days and holidays. So how is it going at Lift? What sort of prices are people going to have to pay? Let's say if they want a flight down to Cape Town and they haven't yet booked and they want to say leave mid-December. Is it going to be astronomical?
Look, flights are more expensive in December, and that's no different this year than it was last or pre-COVID. I think prices are around, I looked earlier from Johannesburg to Cape Town, prices are around 2,000, 2,500 Rand per flight. And they probably will increase as flights do fill up. But I think in the context of where fuel is now and the other costs that airlines face, that's actually relatively low. I mean, since we launched in December 2020, and the fuel price then versus where it is now is almost 3 times what it was. It's our major operational cost.
Yeah, what a crazy time to launch. But talk to me about your future plans. So you've touched down in Durban yesterday. Where are you currently? What are you planning next? Which routes?
So we fly between Johannesburg and Cape Town, and now Johannesburg and Durban. We're looking to add 2 aircraft before the end of the year, and then operate between Durban and Cape Town, and that will close the golden triangle between Joburg, Cape Town, and Durban. Next year, again, I think we're going to be responsible. We're going to see how demand recovers, and that will determine how the fleet will grow, and then also look at regional routes and the opportunities there.
Well, good luck to you. We need more airlines, we need more seats, and congratulations on opening up your Durban route. That was Lift CEO and founder Jonathan Ayache.